Good to see you. Thank you very much for your time. Strange, I guess, last weekend. You're ready to play a game and it gets called off. How does that change things this week?
Yeah, it was incredibly frustrating. Obviously, we'd put a huge effort and amount of work in as a group, players and staff, in terms of having the best preparation possible for the Arsenal game. Yeah, it was a very kind of frustrating day on Sunday. We were at the hotel ready to leave. Just finished our pre-match meal and basically on our way to the game when we got the news. But yeah, some things are out of our control. So we were very quickly on to the next and beginning our preparation for West Ham. So we've had an excellent training week. Girls are in great form, good spirits, and certainly looking forward to the game on Sunday.
And how are you looking at the moment on the injury front?
Yeah, Fran's back training with the group. So, if all goes well, hopefully she will be in contention to be part of the group at the weekend. Marit is also training well with the group, returning from injury. So, yeah, from that point of view, looking good.
You've obviously, and Fran spoke quite openly about managing herself as well in the past. I mean, just talk to us a little bit about not only how key she is coming back, but also your kind of duty of care in terms of her game time and her fitness and how she feels as well.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing to say is, Fran's an incredible professional. She's so dedicated to what she does, and she's extremely resilient. The things that she's come through in her career and of course the amazing achievements that she's had. So I think first and foremost, she knows herself and her body really well, and it's important that we listen to Fran. But we also have an amazing medical and performance team here. So she's in great hands, and you certainly, I trust the Fran and the medical and performance team completely to make sure that the guidance around her, if she can play, is correct. And yeah, of course, we want her to be available and on the pitch, but also we have a duty of care to look after her as well.
And on the kind of the game this weekend, of course, you've got a huge opportunity in this competition. The club launches 125th anniversary plans just this week as well. The FA Cup for you guys feels something that to get far in, to maybe get to a final, would really be amazing for how far this side's come.
100%, and not just to get to a final, but like you have to have that dream of winning the competition. That's why we're part of it. The FA Cup is an amazing competition. I've been fortunate enough to have been in the FA Cup final with another club. Unfortunately, it was during COVID, so it was 90,000 empty seats at Wembley. So even though it was a fantastic occasion, it was bittersweet because there was no crowd that day. So for me personally, but also every player, every member of staff, everyone at the club, we're in the competition because we want to win it. And of course we know that's going to be extremely tough, but that's the exciting thing of the competition, that you string a few good performances, a few good results together, and you can find yourself deep in the competition, and at that stage anything can happen. So yeah, we know the importance of the game on Sunday, and we'll certainly be ready for a tough test, but we're desperate to get into the next round.
Is Dario Vidosic back with you now?
Yeah, so that was something I was going to update you on. Dario's actually arrived back in the country today, so he'll be with us now for the rest of the week. He'll be back in the dugout for Sunday. So yeah, it's great to have him back. The girls will get a huge boost having the boss back, and back to business will resume as normal.
So I mean, imagine if he's sort of back in the club maybe tomorrow, and like I say, he will be in the dugout on Sunday.
Yeah, he'll be in the dugout on Sunday, but even though he's not been here, he's been involved and he's been present in everything we do. So yeah, obviously he's not been here in person, but in some aspects he's never taken his eye off what's going on. And it'll be great having him in the dugout on Sunday.
And from that, just talk to us a little bit about how you have managed that situation for you personally. You mentioned he's still been involved. How have you done that then? I know there's ways, there's a Zoom and stuff, but how have you done that whilst also knowing that he's been going through a really difficult time, but knowing him, I'm sure he's also wanted to still try to be involved when he can.
Yeah, I think the main thing was consistency, and like Dario and I, and all the staff, all the technical staff, all the medical performance staff, like we're a really close knit bunch, and nothing needed to change. Of course, Dario was back in Australia for a while, but our preparation didn't change. The way we want to play, our standards, and nothing changed in terms of what we're trying to do day to day. Just the fact that Dario wasn't, here in person. It was a challenging time in some ways because we'd lost someone very dear to all our hearts. In Rado, he was a member of staff, he was a friend, he was a mentor, and of course Dario's father, and he was at home going through that. So it was a really emotionally challenging time, but I think huge credit to the playing group because they have been so professional. You can see the real human side of them off the pitch and that care and love and support they've given to Dario and his family. But on the pitch, they've been extremely professional. I think they can be really proud of the way they've conducted themselves, and certainly they've made my life, really easy in terms of leading them as a privilege. And and obviously I enjoy my role as the assistant, but it was a privilege leading them in the games that I did until Dario's come back.
I'm sure he won't want loads of fuss. He'll want them to beat West Ham, but there'll be lots of people who want to give him a big hug.
Yeah, I mean, knowing Dario, he'll have his eyes straight back on football. But yeah, of course, everyone's happy. Everyone will be happy to see him. But he's just such a football man. He'll be straight onto the grass and focus fully on West Ham.
Chris, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.